Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me today. So I'm going to be working on my one of my recipe journals today. This is for the Tatty Treasure and Friends group challenge on Facebook. And it's called the Finishing the Unfinished. So the idea is that we finish up our projects for this month. I'm hosting the challenge for January, and I'm not going to go too much into detail because I did do an introductory video, which I'll link below for you in case this is the first you're hearing of it. But today I want to work on finishing up one of my recipe journals. So I popped up a video yesterday just to show how I got it from placemat to workable journal, or at least, you know, as much as I could show on camera anyway. So now we're going to work on some of the ephemera and embellishments and general things like that. So I've warmed myself up this morning just by cutting out a few things. I've got this shaker milkshake thing. I'm going to gesso the back. This was from a birthday card. So I'm going to have that in there as a sort of a recipe card. And I've just stuck down a couple of pockets. I've got one here from the kit with a recipe card, a tag and a little tag, all from the kit. I've just matted this page. This was a kit page, but I'd printed the back side of it upside down, so I had upside down cherries. So I've got this from a Lidl food catalogue, and then I'm thinking I'll just put something there like a cluster or some kind of embellishment. Either I can gesso up this page or put a pocket on it, and then I've got another pocket there. So yeah, I was just generally warming myself up really. So let's start working on it. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is, I showed in the video yesterday that for Christmas we got some hot chocolate bombs, and they came in this kind of cracker box kind of packaging. So I've cut that down a bit because I thought I could turn them into things to use in the journal. So this one's got the sort of like the, I guess, the ingredients and barcode type of stuff. So I thought that could be glued onto a page as a pocket, and then this be like a flip down writing spot. I just need to think of something that I'm going to do to hide or disguise the Chocoholics thing, maybe just some lace across the top or something. And then this one, again, I really love these hot chocolates, I just think they're so fun. I thought I could turn into some kind of altered paperclip. So yeah, shall we just do that? And then I need to cover the back, because if that goes on, the back will be upside down. So let's see about doing this then. Righty-ho, so clear my desk a bit. So I've got some scrap card. This is just like, you know, a notebook cover, I guess. Now I feel like you're really close, or I'm just pulling everything to me again today. It's really cold, so that's probably why. Okay, so I'm just going to, how much should I cut off to go on the inside? So if I cut to this and then I cut it down a bit further, because I want the green card to obviously be smaller than the decorative part. But that just gives me a clue as to how big it needs to be. So if I chop a good amount off there, like so. Hoping I'm not pulling everything too close to me. So if I pop that in there, will that be big enough for my paper clip, I wonder? So I've got quite large paper clips. This is all I really have, unless I use a decorative one, but we'll see. See how we go with this. Okay, so I'm popping the paper clip on the card just there. I've got to try and remember how to do an altered paper clip actually. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. And then that glues down inside. So if I were to have it that sort of size, you wouldn't see it too much. You can see the paper clip a little bit just where it's quite big. But I'm worried that the other paper clip I've got is, you know, it's only a sort of a small decorative one really, and I don't know how useful that would be. It's been a while since I've done an altered paper clip actually. Yeah, I think I'll go with the bigger one, just because I think it will be easier. So I'll do it like this. Okay, so we want to have that. I'm thinking I might put some washi just on that edge where I tore the, I took the card off. It's gone a little bit fragile, so I'm just going to washi that quickly, just with a washi that I don't, like that much. Let me just pop that on, just to strengthen that edge a bit, and then I don't have to worry about it. Now, as I said, these recipe journals, they are for me, so I'm not being totally precious about things that I'm doing. It's just really a bit of playtime, and yeah, it feels good to get a project actually underway that I've been meaning to do for a long time. So there we go. All right, perfect. Okay, so if I get that glued inside, actually, before I do that, I think I'm going to round these corners. What have I done with my corner round? It's hiding on the desk, so if I pop that in. Oh, I didn't like doing the two together. No worries, we're going to cover that side up anyway, so no big deal. Okay. Okay, do you think I should get it covered now before turning it into, yeah, I probably should. Let's get that covered first. I'm sorry if I'm a bit scatty this morning. I tried very hard to make sure that I was wide awake for you, but yeah, it still hasn't happened. So I'm thinking about using this collage sheet from the kit, just to give it a bit of a decorative edge. Now, because it's a shiny surface, I am going to use my beacon. It's like Fabri-Tac, just because I trust it a little bit more on shiny surfaces. So I want to go all along this one. I should have got my mat out. I hear you. I didn't think I would be doing as much gluing today, you see, or at least not messy gluing. Not dangerous gluing, as I call it, where, yeah, you worry that you're going to get stuff all over the place. So I want it to be, have some decorative edge, so I'm just going to pop that there, turn it over, so that I'm not getting the gluey part on my desk. Again, I'm pulling it to me. I think it's because it's really cold again today. It's gone really cold. We've had a really mild winter this whole time, and just in the last few days, really, it's really, it's really gone very cold. So if I am pulling everything to me, then it's just because, yeah, I'm absolutely freezing. Okay, let's get that cut out then. So yeah, are you joining in with the challenge? I've seen a few photos and videos already. If I have seen the videos, because there have been a few, then I've been putting them in a new playlist. I think at the moment I'm just calling it Tatty, Treasure and Friends, but there's some great videos already of people finishing up their projects, so if you've not seen any, have a look at my playlist, because you might find, some kind of interesting, you might find an interesting one, really. Okay, so let's re-round those corners just there. Okay, now I think I might put some kind of, I might just leave it as that, because that's quite decorative on the back now as a paper clip. But equally, I might add something like a label, or even, I was thinking possibly like a belly band or a pocket or something, but I don't know how useful that would be being a paper clip. Right, so let's get the middle done. Yeah, so photos have been shared in the group already of things people are making. Yeah, if I've seen any videos, then I've started putting them in a playlist, so do have a look. Tammy, I'm really sorry if I get your surname wrong. I believe the channel is Tammy Van Antwerp, but she is in the playlist. She did this gorgeous mushroom envelope, which I thought was fabulous. I really loved it. And I bet it felt good to get some projects finished up. Okay, so I'm just gluing the sort of paperclip part inside. I hope I'm showing this okay. It's not a tutorial, this one. It is, you know, it is a hang out with me type thing. I'm not sure if that's sticking very well, but I might need to clamp it down or something. Is that sticking? I'm just going to, have I got something flat and small that I can just poke in there, make sure I'm not actually gluing the paperclip part closed. Oops. Okay, let's doesn't seem to be wanting to do it, and I'm thinking I'm not doing a paperclip wrong, am I? As I say, it's been a little while. Well, maybe it's the paperclip that I've chosen. It doesn't seem to want to open up as much as I thought it was going to. Actually, let's just see. Let's do a quick check on some scrap. Have I got anything scrap on the? Yes, I do. I just pop it over there. I just want to see if it works. Yeah, that's fine. It's going on there. It's a paperclip. So yeah, maybe it just needs, I probably should just pop it under something heavy, I think. And then just leave it for a bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that to grab. But from what I can see, we are finally stuck down. So yeah, we should be fine. I just had one of those moments where you just think, have I done that wrong? But no, I think that's fine. And then yeah, I need to cover up, this is their logo. Chocolates for Chocoholics, so I should probably find something to put on that, but for now I'm just going to put that to one side. So I've done a paperclip. I've done something. So what do I want to do next? So I've got this paper bag that I would like to decorate up. I did have to put some washi on it because it was, you know, torn and stuff. This was actually something sent to me for Christmas was in that. I just went off to go and get some book page because I'm thinking I want to collage on this a little bit. I don't want to cover up too much of the red and white stripes because I think that's very sort of kitcheny and goes really well with the theme so far. But I do want to cover up the washi part really, or at least some of it. Excuse me, some of it. And then yeah, just fancy it up and make it look nice, I suppose. So I bought some book page. So I'm going to start by just tearing into it very willy-nilly this morning, because I'm thinking that I'll just do a bit of collaging, and I don't really have a plan as such. I just kind of want to start building up, I suppose, and then often with collaging it just kind of, you know, turns into something, doesn't it, really? So I'm just going to start tearing up really and just take it from there, I suppose. See what happens. Now this is funny, I've printed this onto presentation paper, and it does, I swear the fibres in it are very, very different from anything that I'm used to. Because yeah, it does tear in a funny way, I think, I've noticed. But I don't mind, it's just a bit of playtime really, just a bit of playtime. Now I'm going to put some words a different way just to change it up a bit. And as I say, I would quite like some of the red and white to peek through. I'll turn it upside down because I'm thinking I might even get some gesso out at some point, not necessarily today. I don't know if I'm prepped for that, but something like that. Could do with really some more page, I think. Let's just see. It's one of those see what happens type things. And it's funny because like you come on doing these videos and you kind of have a plan as to what you want to show, but you know, sometimes things don't work out. Or what happens to me a lot, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, is I sort of get I get sidetracked by something and I get excited by something else really. Oops. Right, so I'm just going to start sticking some stuff down, and I am going to ink, so speed me up, fast forward me if you don't want to see this part, of course. But then the thing about inking is it gives you a little bit of like thinking time really, and also gives you the opportunity to talk, which is you know, which yeah, even if I can't get my words out some days, I do like to talk to you. So let's pop that one down there. As I say, this is really just to cover up the washi and also give the bag a little bit of stability as well, because I want to use it for you know, recipe cards or recipes or whatever it is that I put in there. But yeah, I'll be pulling things in and out of it basically. So I don't know if you would have seen, I know some of you have, so thanks very much for those of you who have, did I have that one? Is it that there? For those of you who've seen, I've had a few of you answer the poll already. So on the community tab of my channel, I've put up a poll just to find out from you how often you would like to see videos from me each week. Because I do want to pop up more often than I have been, you know, previously. But I don't want to do it if it's gonna, well, I do want to do it, but I don't want to overwhelm anyone, is basically what I'm thinking, really. So yeah, if you have any thoughts about how often you'd like me to pop up, then please do let me know. There is a poll. I think at the moment, when I last looked, the 2 to 3 days was the most popular answer. 2 to 3 days a week. So, which is awesome. I'm happy with that. But you know, if you have a different opinion or just want to have your say, then do have a look at that poll if you would like to. So I'm just trying to decide where to put this bottom piece. So I'm going to put some kind of fussy cut or something over it as well. And I'm trying very hard with collaging just to start just getting things down, because I find that, you know, when you're doing it, you're just thinking, what on earth am I doing? It doesn't look right. Nothing I'm doing looks right, and etc. etc. You know, it can feel a little bit like that. But when you actually start building up the layers, it really does turn into something. Even if you have to come back to it a few times, you know, it does. You do get a nice result in the end. Okay, so that's that washi nicely covered up. And sorry if I'm shaking the camera. So I'm just going to cut down with my cheap scissors so that I know what I'm working with without cutting into my bag, of course. So that's one side. Oops. Okay. Gosh, my desk is a mess already, and I've only been going like a few minutes. I mean, I did do some stuff beforehand just to... Well, it was supposed to wake me up more than anything and get me warmed up, get my glues warmed up and all the rest of it, but I don't know what happened. I still feel half asleep. Okay, so I got a bit of washi showing there, so I would like to have something there. And then, of course, I'm thinking it needs some kind of focal point. So I've got various things that I could use. So let me just get myself organised, and I'll come back with something. Okay, so I've got some bits and bobs that I thought we could decorate up this pocket with. So I've I've got some stuff from the kit, but I've already got that image on there, so I'm not going to use that one, I don't think. I've got this cut from a book, food catalogue, and I have it somewhere there. I quite like that. I feel like colour-wise it stands off from the background. I still have that washi bit there. So I've got some of the bits and bobs to see what we think. Oh, I've got some of these. Yeah. I quite like that there, but I don't like the fact that this is showing down there. So let's see if we can. I feel like it's probably too much. I'm just trying to cover up that washi a bit. I quite like that. And then we have this heart cookie, I think it is, which I actually really like. I think it's probably going to be the heart, but just to be sure, yes. I think that's just enough on the front there. Now I did quite like the label idea, but I also thought about adding some fabric trim to the pocket in some way, just to bring in a bit more texture really. Should you like? I don't know, is it too much? Let's see what it's like without the ribbon a second. Not sure about the label. Don't think it needs it. Although without it, I'm sort of thinking it's missing something. What about if we put the label behind the... No, I definitely prefer it on top, if I am going to use one. Maybe a plain label, let's just see. Or I might use... yeah, I'm trying to use the labels from the kit really, not for any reason other than just the colour-wise it goes. Obviously, so... I don't mind the plain label behind it. But I don't know if I'm just adding it for the sake of it. But I do quite like it. I feel like it just fills up the space a bit more. So I think I'll go with that. And then maybe something at the top. So let's get the pieces stuck down that I was definitely sure about. So if you are taking part in the challenge in the Facebook group and you want to get involved with the prize draw giveaway that Tanya is doing, then don't forget to add in your photos or videos onto the threads that I'm sharing each week. So last Monday it was week 1, so even if you make your item later on in the month, don't forget to go on and put in your photo or video on week 1, and then I'll be putting up week 2 with this video today. So you know, share your week 2 photos, videos, etc. on there. And we'll just continue like that for the next couple of weeks, really. 4 weeks. 4 makes, 4 weeks. But yeah, it's been really humbling actually to see people get involved with the challenge. It's been so nice to see. Actually, I'm just going to ink the label because I want to get that down first. Yeah, it's been really lovely to see people getting involved with the challenge, because, you know, this was my first challenge that I was doing for the group in terms of, like, you know, coming up with the idea for it and hosting it and all of that. So the fact that people want to get involved is like, it's an amazing feeling really. And it's just been so nice seeing people finish up projects. Like Denise from Denise Junk Journals UK, she was finishing up a journal. I don't know when she had worked on the journal because it was one from before I found her channel. So it was a case of seeing something, to me it was new. You know, she was just coming on to continue working on it. Well, I'd never seen this journal before. So it was really nice for me to see because, you know, it was brand new. So It's been nice, you know, in that respect as well. You know, because we don't all discover each other's channels straight away, do we? And as much as I try to go back on my favourite channels and watch previous videos, whoops, went all wibbly there, you know, there's a lot to see sometimes, so, you know, it's not always possible to see absolutely everything. Okay, so let's just pop that along there. I don't know if the pink goes, but I really like the gingham. I love gingham for kitchen type stuff. And I realise I've gone over a little bit far on this side, but I was trying to cut some off so that I can have extra for clusters, because I imagine I'll use this ribbon quite a bit in these journals. There we go. I've got lots of it anyway, but yeah, pop that over for a cluster. So that's that one. Well, that's looking fun, isn't it? Right, so I want to do something for the flap, because again, I washi-ed the flap to, more than anything, to strengthen it, but also to fix any tears or anything. Now it could stay as is. I could use some more gingham, and as much as I love that, I do wonder, is it too much? Or I've got some of this, but I don't want to cover up that heart, you see, so maybe that's too, is it too wide? Obviously I would have to put it down like so, and I think it'd be too wide, so it will just get in the way of my opening the flap. I kind of like it down the middle, but equally I wanted to kind of hide the fact that I've got a bit of an uneven edge there. I think it's where I had a tear or something. I could do that, and then I could possibly put a word on the top. I've got this one, chocolate ones, or something from the kit maybe. Life is short, lick the spoon. I wholeheartedly agree. But obviously, being the same thickness as the ribbon, I just don't feel like it is standing out. I think because I've got the text from the kit here, it's just sort of not standing out really. I could have it down there, but I feel like that's sort of too much then. So I wonder whether I should just put that across there. But I was trying to cover up the sort of the washi sort of like where they join or where it looks not very neat, but I quite like that, so I think I'm just going to put it along the flap there, and that will just strengthen that bit. So let's do that. As I say, this is just playtime for me, so just as long as I like it, I'm that should be all that matters really. But you know, I want you guys to like it as well. I want you to be excited by this little project that I'm doing, because it is nice, you know, it's nice to it's nice to be able to share these things with you. But of course, I don't know how much I'm actually going to get done in one video. Probably not as much as I had first wanted, as always the case. But also, I don't know how much you want to see. So if you do want to see any more after today of these either journal, then you know, please do let me know. I will do flip throughs of them both when I'm finished. But if you want to see any of the actual, you know, embellishing or whatnot, do let me know. I still feel like it needs something in the middle. Now, if there were no rules, and there are no rules, but in terms of like, you know, keeping things so that they last, you know, a fair amount of time, I would love like a button or something, but not going to do that. I wonder if, I'll tell you what I could do. I'm looking at these little iced gems and thinking, Sorry, that was probably a really horrible noise. I'm thinking size-wise, they look like the right sort of size. So I'm going to have to be really boring a second and just quickly cut this out. Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe that could look cool on the flap. And I've got so many of these sheets. So these were from a calendar. They've got recipes on the back, so I've kept the recipes that I'm actually going to make. But otherwise, lots and lots of sheets of images, cartoons that I can fussy cut out. So let's just see. Now size-wise, it works, but it doesn't look right on its own. So let's see about maybe a word now would stand out. Or if I go on the other side, because I've got the heart cookie there, you see. So if I go that side, I love that. So we've got baked to perfection, bake me happy, or baked with love. I think those are the only ones that will fit lengthwise. I think because of the heart, I'm going to go with baked with love, actually. Yes, let's do that. So give it a quick ink. There you go. And let's ink my iced gem. Do you get these in other countries? Can you see? They're called iced gems over here, and they're just little, like, you get they're little bags. Normally children have them, and they've got you know, it's like a biscuit, and then the top is like a sugary, I don't really know what it's just sugar. But I'm curious as to whether you get them in other countries. So I wonder if I should go over a bit, have it off center. What do we think to that? Oops. Yeah, I think off center works better for me. So I'm going to stick the word down first. And I'm going to do the back of this pocket another day, only because I find that if I do the same kind of thing in the same crafty session, I can find that I often end up just doing the same thing because, you know, I've got the same papers in front of me, I've got the same mindset, whereas if I come back to it, say, tomorrow, I would feel very differently about the back of it and do something different again, which is what I want. I don't want it to look, you know, just the same, just keep doing the same thing. So, but in terms of the front, absolutely love it. So yeah, I will keep some recipes or journal cards in here, 4 recipes obviously. Oops, just needs a little bit of, sticking it over the ribbon, so just needs a little bit longer to catch. Now, what was the next thing I was going to do? I should probably look at that altered paperclip again and see if it's dry and whether we can add anything to it now. I love that so much. So there we are. And we still get that nice crinkle from the paper bag, which is what I wanted. I didn't want to lose that. Yeah, I absolutely adore that. Okay, so we have one thing done. Sorry about that, postman. So yes, I want to cover up where it says Chocoholics. And I was just playing around, and I think I'm going to go very simply and just put some lace trim across the top. I don't really want to cover up the heart or any of the picture, if I'm honest, but I do want to cover up the logo, because yeah, I don't need to see that really. I just wanted it for the I really like the illustrations and things, and of course chocolate's involved, so I'm just going to pop that just along there. Make sure it's straight. Oops. Okay. Where are my scissors? I'm okay with a bit peeking out over the other side. but I want it to be, oops, straight, so just move that down. There we go. Okay, right, what's next? So that's that side done, I think, for the paper clip. So yeah, I'm happy with that. That will look fun on a page, although I am thinking, does it then need something, a word at the top? Life is short, lick the spoon works well for a hot chocolate type of thing, but maybe. The best things in life are sweet. Chocolate ones, no, I don't like that one. Bake me. Well, it's not really, you're not really baking, are you? So I wonder whether we should go with life is short, lick the spoon. I'm going to cut it down a little bit. Just on each side, really. Don't want to cover up all of the lace trim, but I just feel like maybe that finishes it off a bit. Okay. And also this will be a movable paper clip, and life is short, lick the spoon. I mean, if I designed sort of this, the words for this, I would have one that was life is short, eat pudding or dessert first. That would be mine. So when I read, lick the spoon, I'm like, no, it's eat your pudding first. But I like the sentiment either way, but yeah, that's just my thing. My nickname growing up, my dad's nickname for me was actually Pudding, and it was because I would always ask, what's for pudding? Even if I hadn't finished my main meal. Like, I would be, a forkful in, and I'd be asking what's for pudding, because that was, for me, that was just like, that was what I wanted to eat. I wanted the pudding. I've always been like that. I will eat the main meal, don't get me wrong, but I will happily, not worry about that so much and just be thinking about what's for dessert, what's for pudding. Yeah, nothing's changed there. So there we are. That's the front of my little paper clip. And then on the back, I really like the paper, so I don't want to cover that up too much. We've got some nice images there, very collagey, very easy. But I did like, I think, potentially having this label, maybe, just to give it something. Or I'm taking it away and thinking, yes, I do. So I'm just going to ink that. And then I will have to have a look at how long I've been filming for, because I did have a couple of other things I want to do, but I don't want the videos to be, too long for you. So I'll get this stuck down, I'll have a look, and then we'll see if we can get another thing done, or if that will be it. We'll see. Just have a quick peek. Okay, I'm getting glue everywhere. It's the only trouble, once you open the beacon, you just start using it for everything, because I absolutely did not need to use it paper to paper, didn't need to, but it's quick. Okay, alright, so I'll leave that to grab for a bit. There we go. That's going to be a very fun paper clip, isn't it? Right, where should we put that? There we go. So I'm just going to hit pause, see how long I've been filming for, and then we'll get going with something else if we can. Alright, so I think that is about all we've got time for. Again, I sound like a newsreader when I say that. But whilst I say goodbye, I'm just going to cover up that upside down cherry, just with a few bits and bobs. So I've got a little ice gem here, and some other ice gems and stuff, just the things that I've cut from these calendar pictures, and I've just taken a word, or chopped down a word from the kit. So we didn't get as much done as I expected, but that's the way these things go. Of course, if you would like to see any more, ephemera, embellishment, just generally me working on these journals, then do let me know, because you know I'm more than happy to come back on and do, you know, another video or two. Don't know. I'm just going to move that bonbon up. Oops. Of course, if not, if you don't want to see any more, that's fine too. And I will just come back and do a flip through of each of them when I am finished. I am planning on spending just a bit of time each sort of every so often this week, really. This is sort of my project for the week, I guess, is to get these finished. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed what you saw. Obviously, we got the bag and the altered paperclip done, and a bit of decoration. I'm enjoying working with the food images, actually. I wasn't sure if I would, but I actually really have. I think because they're sweet treats and stuff, so even if I've never worked with a theme like this before, it does feel like right up my street in terms of just images that I like to look at. I do like cake and stuff, so of course I probably made myself hungry now, but anyway, so just something like that. I might add another little something, I'm not sure yet, but for now that has covered up that upside down. Oops. I might just go over the page a little bit. It doesn't need it, but just don't know what I'm doing now. There we go, just scrunch that up a bit. So yeah, I think that will be fine. I won't spend all day faffing with that. But yeah, I hope you like my little paper clips. So just to confirm, it does work. She says. I promise you it works. Let me just try again. There you go. That's going to look really fun, isn't it? And of course, it's a tuck spot on either side of the page. So you've got one like that, and one just like that. Really fun. Although it's just a little bit tricky to get it on and off the page. But you know, yeah, does work as a paper clip. And then of course we've got this bag, which I mean, I could stick down onto a page. Just thinking about it, I know, I'm still here. I could stick it down onto a page, but I kind of like the idea of being able to take it out of a pocket and just scrunch it up and just feel that, you know, papery goodness and tissue paper and stuff. So although I could, and I do like it down on a page, it looks really fun, I also just think I just kind of want to pick it up and scrunch it, so I'll probably just end up putting it in a pocket. So that's that. Now, we didn't get time to do my flip down pocket thing, but I do still want to do it. So I'll just show you, probably already showed you this, but yeah. The reason I didn't have time is because I'm not sure what I'm going to cover that up with, the 2 hot chocolate logo part. I did think, I'm still here, I know, I am going, I promise, but I just, whilst I'm here, because my brain is still whirring, I did think about having a tab on the top of it. These just came from the kit, or I've got other tabs. You know, because you're going to flip it down, so that would help. The only thing is it's slightly not long enough, but then I could have a little something there. Maybe a little ice gem. The only thing is it says bombs. And I'm trying to decide, you know, could I put something there? But yeah, I'm not going to worry about that today because, as I say, we are out of time. But I just wanted to give you an idea of what I was thinking, really. So, I really appreciate you joining me. I'm sorry if my videos seem a bit all over the place at the moment. I'm really trying not to make that so. But I think it's just I've got a lot going on. I've got a lot on my mind. So I am a little bit all over the place, to be honest. But I am trying, and I am, more than anything, I just want to show up and, you know, show you what is on my mind, I guess, you know, onto paper. Just because, you know, I don't want to disappear on you and all of that. So Just bear with me for a little while. I promise I'm trying not to make all of my videos quite as higgledy-piggledy, but equally these recipe journals, they're playtime for me as well, so yeah, hopefully it's not too all over the place, scatterbrain, but yeah, I'm sorry if it is. Alright, I'm going now. Thanks so much for joining me. Do take a look at that poll in the community tab, you know, to let me know how often you want me to pop up with videos. You know, I would like your feedback because it does help me with planning. And of course, I do hope you get involved with the challenge that we've got running in the Facebook group. I'm loving just getting things done. It feels like a really good feeling, and I suppose the challenge is some kind of accountability. I have to show up each week to show what I've done. So it's some kind of accountability there, which I'm hoping that others are feeling as well. So not in like a stressful way, but in a fun way of just, you know, we're checking in with each other and we're showing each other, we're inspiring each other, but we're also making sure that we are popping up and saying, this is what I've got finished this week. So as always, thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye for now.